to Ahmet Aliolu. Ahmet, what are going to be some of the sticking points during this summit?
Kim, indeed, it's a very busy agenda the leaders are going to discuss this afternoon here in Istanbul. In the core of it is the Idlib negotiation. They want to build on the ceasefire, the demilitarized zone agreement struck by the Turkish Russians. And they want to make sure that this province, Idlib, is not going to see another full offensive by the Russian and the Syrian regime. That is a bigger concern for the French and the Germans in case a humanitarian disaster happens in that province that will lead to major influx and waves of new refugees that Turkey would not be able to afford anymore, that would put them accountable for this kind of a new humanitarian crisis if it happens. So from the one hand, they want to be a part of any peaceful reconciliation and a solution in Syria, as lots of the rhetoric coming out from all the parties speaking about peaceful negotiations, political solutions rather than military solutions, and they want to be part of this. Turkey, on the other hand, and Russia are mainly concerned about the influence of Iran in the region, especially that both of them, they do have some convergent standpoints when it comes to the sectarian violence in Syria. They don't want this to go to another Iraqi scenario in Syria. So these four parties are going to find solutions rather than peaceful solutions, political solutions, rather than military ones.
And Amit, how much can they really achieve without these other two major players, the US and Iran, being present?
Well, Kim, that's the white elephant in the room. The United States is a very influential player in all of this. And in case you want any summit to succeed, you have to have them on board. But the problem is the sensitivity of the Turkish side when it comes to the YPG in northern Syria, that the United States adamantly insisting on supporting them. That's something that infuriated Turkey and made them very angry. On the other hand, you have the Iranians who are still going on with this sectarian standoff that would not lead to any kind of peaceful or political solution to the conflict there. They want a kind of a landslide victory over what they call the extremists, and that would lead, from the Turkish perspective, to major humanitarian crises that would lead to more influx and refugees. That's something that Turkey doesn't want to see on its own border, and that's why you would see them not welcomed in this summit. Rather, you have Turkey trying to create a kind of a different paradigm in its foreign policy when it comes to Syria. It doesn't want to take any action unilaterally. They invited the Geneva group as well as the Astana group in a kind of a new kind of summit where the European Union are more involved in order to find a kind of a solution to what's going on for more than 7 years now.
Thank you for that. That is DRT World's Ahmet Aliolu.